if I have the mic this far away from my mouth, or do I need to?
Very little. We can hear you.
What about now?
How you doing, guys? Welcome to ZukaTube, and in today's episode, we're going to be reviewing Sonic 2. I'm your host, Joe Matissa,
And I'm your co-host, Tessa.
and let's get right into this here. I'm going to read the summary, then we're going to play the trailer. We'll go through a few different clips, and then we'll do our little spoiler section at the end after the review. Now, this just came out April 8th of 2022, and the summary it has here is, after settling in Green Hills, Sonic is eager to prove that he has what it takes to be a true hero. His test comes when Dr. Robotnik returns with a new partner, Knuckles, in search of a mystical emerald that has the power to destroy civilizations. Sonic teams up with his own sidekick, Tails, and together they embark on a globe-trotting journey to find the emerald before it falls into the wrong hands. Whoa, man. That seems like a very typical Sonic game, right?
Super intense.
Yeah, and you can tell by the art they were putting out for the promotional stuff that this is very much a direct, like you could see on screen here, it's a direct replica of the game and everything like that. They did a really good job. Although when you watch this, they do combine multiple games in a sense, because obviously they're bringing Knuckles into this and stuff, and they're doing their own adaptation. They get their little sub story with my man Cyclops and stuff like that. And okay, so let's play this trailer.
You're unskilled, untrained.
You forgot one. Unstoppable.
Oh snap, unstoppable.
These rings.
Now I'm going to get
signify
into
the
this part
commitment.
quite a bit in the review.
So help me, Thomas. Sorry.
I hate that broad from the first
I
one.
need you to use the ring to save me, like right now.
Like right now.
No, my God.
Oh boy.
Snow my god.
Hawaii.
I just hope we're not too late.
Oh, Lord, there are two of them now.
What's happening?
Okay, quick version. Robotnik is back.
Sonic and Tails obviously look awesome.
I discovered
And
the source of
Robotnik
power.
is back from his little mushroom world he got
We need to
stranded
get it
on.
back or the world is doomed.
You brought some kind of space porcupine.
I am an echidna warrior.
Hedgehog.
Jim Carrey
It's time
as
to say
Dr.
goodbye
Robotnik is
to
awesome.
humanity.
I wish that like he worked that suit though.
Welcome to the new norm.
This is your moment to be the big hero.
Bad time to say this, but I don't actually have a plan.
A lot more of just Sonic
Hey,
doing
you
his
got a little something
adventures.
on your... boy.
Someone call an Uber? It's cold in here. Let's
It's
turn up
cold
the heat.
in here. Whoa. A lot of snowboarding going on. Woo-woo.
Oh, great, the Winter Soldier. Fear not, citizen.
You are terrible at this.
Your negative attitude is not helping.
Together. No matter what.
Man, look at that great
You're
Dr.
unskilled,
Robotnik robot, too.
untrained.
And the plane, Tails' plane. Man, a lot of homages to the games in this.
You forgot one. Unstoppable.
Unstoppable, you heard? Woo!
Thank God.
For a guy named Knuckles, you are really bad at punching.
All right, so pretty awesome trailer, and they do show a lot of different aspects of the games. You know, you see Dr. Robotnik with his giant, like, big mech robot that you fight, like, in the games. Then you see his little circular, like, pod that he pilots. You know, they do a lot of stuff in this that is a really cool, like, nod to the games, especially with the Chaos Emerald and a lot of that story. They alter it slightly, but they do a lot better of a job than most video game adaptations into bringing, like, the game into a movie. Aside from, obviously, the human factor. But what do you think of... did you play Sonic a decent amount as a kid or anything?
Yeah, but as a kid when I played video games, I didn't really pay attention to the storyline.
There's not really much of a story, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean...
You know, when you play the game, you're at least going for the emeralds and stuff like that, and that whole deal. But otherwise, like it's a pretty like you speed around and you kill stuff.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. But with that being said, now this movie continues right where the previous one left off. So spoilers on the first one, obviously. Like I'm assuming you saw the first one if you're watching a review for the second one.
I wouldn't assume that.
You wouldn't assume that?
No. Because remember when you wanted to watch it and you were like, well, have you watched the first one? And I was like, no. You don't really care.
Well, if you didn't watch the first one, I'm going to spoil some stuff for you anyway. So basically at the end of the whole thing, you see Tails show up to help Sonic. Dr. Robotnik stranded on a mushroom world and stuff like that, which is very reminiscent of the games and stuff. And when it starts out, you see Sonic has some time to himself because Cyclops and his girl are going because her sister, who's the worst character ever, is getting married. And to Shamar Moore from like Criminal Minds and shit. So there's some goofiness with that. And then basically Dr. Robotnik, while he's on this mushroom world, tries to escape and basically sends out a beacon with the sonic quill that he has, and it ends up bringing Knuckles and his little gang of guys after him. And he basically explains to Knuckles kind of, that he can help him, and they end up working together to find the Chaos Emerald. And they got to go and get back to Earth and everything like that. So you get a little bit where you get to meet Knuckles, and it's a kind of cool little entry to that whole thing, and I'll show you that now.
I don't know how you got back, but you made a big mistake coming here.
Oh, contraire, mon frère. The mistake was thinking you'd won.
I get it.
I don't think you do, but you're about to. And so
You're
will that
about to.
idiot sheriff and his wife. And your little dog, too!
Pretty funny stuff going on. Bam! Knuckles out of nowhere clocks him.
Pitiful.
His voice is ridiculous. It's
Where
Idris Elba.
are my manners? Sonic, meet Knuckles, my new BFFAE, bestest friend forever and ever.
Forever and ever. So, what did you think about the intro to Knuckles? What did you think about him? And
Badass.
he looks so cool,
obviously.
right?
Yeah. Knuckles is always badass, though. He's always been my favorite.
Yeah, he's been an awesome character, like, ever since I was a kid. Even though he was, like, the bad character, you always liked playing.
But, like, is he really bad, though?
No, obviously that's not the case after a little bit, and you get to play
say.
as him, and he becomes a good character and everything like that. But, yeah, he's awesome. And when you get to see that, and you see Tails, and they start to bring more of the Sonic world into this world that they're kind of giving to you, it's awesome. And like, I do enjoy a lot of that stuff. That stuff is very fun. Anybody who's played the Sonic games is going to enjoy a lot of that stuff. But then there's also the side story, right? And I'll show you just a little clip that you saw in the trailer from the side story with Cyclops and his sister-in-law's wedding to Criminal Minds guy.
Please, love, okay?
With this ring.
Yes, baby.
I'm so sorry about this.
Oh, clocks him, takes the ring because he mixed rings, obviously, and there's a Sonic ring.
No, my God.
Snow my God. Whoa. Yeah, lots of snow coming in, ruining the wedding. Whole wedding story going on. Da-da-da. And yeah, so like that's a lot of the whole side thing is that story, which it's not like too much, but I do have to admit it's like a decent chunk at one point of the movie. And if you're not into that kind of thing, that is the one con I have with this movie. I mean, did you like any of the wedding story stuff that was going on, or any of that side plot?
No, absolutely not. It was awful.
Yeah.
It was awful. It made me want to gouge my eyes out. It made me want to skip the movie, honestly.
Yeah, and that was very, very, very agitating to me as well, especially because, like, they took a character that I thought wasn't very great, and they thought, I guess, was a funny character to throw in, and I thought they could have got rid of that character and it would have made no difference to the story and the movie overall. Same with this, man. They could have, like, just sent them off on a vacation or something. Like, this was just dumb, and I have no interest in story development for the side character of the side character. Like, give me more development, if anything, for Cyclops and his girl, not the sister-in-law who's annoying as hell and this whole fake wedding garbage thing. You know, I
Literally
don't.
is constantly just trying to get her sister to leave the dude when he's clearly not a bad guy. It's just really annoying to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And
It's clearly not a family member who wants to see the best for her family.
No, not at all.
And then they're promoting her, like,
Yeah.
her presence on the screen.
They
Like,
just
that's
like
not
keep
good.
driving it in your face, like, hey, I know you love Sonic. Hey, I know, like, some of you even might like the side character because you've seen him in a lot of movies, you know, Cyclops, cool guy. But
Fuck up the
here's another side character. Like, what about his sister-in-law and, like, what's going on in her life? No one cares. Get it out of my face. Give me more Sonic. Give me some Tails stuff. Give me some Knuckles stuff. Some Dr. Robotnik stuff. You have all these other characters.
Not everything has to be like Naruto and have like 30 million background stories.
Yeah, like, that shit is unnecessary, you know? And that, I think, will turn some people off to this movie right away. If that just right away throws you out of the experience, in my opinion. But overall, the rest of the movie is typical, like, what you expected it to be. It's funny, it's fun stuff, the action's cool, like, Sonic obviously is great, and the guy who plays him from Parks and Rec and everything like that, he's hilarious. John Ralphio, yeah, that's him. He's fantastic. Jim Carrey's obviously great.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously great, I would say.
So obvious. He's so awesome. I love him.
Oh, I thought you were being sarcastic for a second. I was like, oh shit, like,
No,
you
I
hated
love
Jim
him. I love Jim Carrey.
Okay.
I love.
Carrey.
He's literally one of the actors that I've grown up on, like him, Mark Wahlberg. Like, literally anything those two are in, I absolutely love.
Yeah. Now, with that being said, what would you give this movie rating wise?
Well, it's gonna be a little high.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Oh, it's probably gonna be an 8.5.
8.5?
Well, yeah, because I mean, like, if you take out the bull crap wedding stuff,
Yeah.
you know, everything else is pretty much super point on, like, on point. On point, however you speak English.
Okay.
You know what I mean.
I'm going to give the movie a 7 out of 10. And so you give it 8.5, I give it a 7.
Wow.
For me, the cons of the entire side story with that character took up, for me, like, it took up, like, easily a fifth of the movie.
The wedding fiasco is really what got you?
Yeah, and that maybe even almost a quarter of the movie, I feel like it took up.
Was
and that,
it?
to me, yeah, it was a lot of the movie.
I really only remember it being, like, one small part.
It was, like, agonizing.
It's also because my memory is not that great, so...
Well, with that being said, like, that's just I couldn't stand it. But other than that, I loved the movie, and I loved all the Sonic stuff, and I can't wait to see more stuff with Knuckles. And, oh, man. Now, with that being said, let's get into our spoiler section. Spoilers. Spoilers. Okay. So at the end, when you get this little epic fight with Dr. Robotnik and Sonic that you see with the big old, like, robot, you see, like, Sonic go into, you know, his, like, Super Saiyan mode and shit, and then they don't know if it's the real Sonic anymore because he's absorbed the energy from the Chaos Emerald or whatever. And you get this great clip here. I'm just gonna play this.
We're not friends.
Sorry for the choppy audio on this. It's hard to get decent clips that are in big enough rotation on YouTube to not flag me. Look at him though, glowing, floating and shit.
You cannot touch him. The hedgehog holds the power of the emerald. I'm sorry. He is no longer the Sonic you once knew.
Idris Elba's just ready to fight again. He's like, yo, I'm gonna fight Sonic then. Dun dun. Look, he's getting lightning from the sky. Boom. Chili dog.
Oh, you gotta try this.
Yeah, out of control.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was hilarious. And overall at the end, when you see him defeat him and everything, and they're gonna go off and, you know, do their adventures and become like the new protectors of Earth and the Chaos Emerald and all that stuff, because there aren't really any protectors there or anymore, I guess, in a sense, especially with like Knuckles, his people are gone or whatever, right? So they have that, and then they have a little preview at the end of them creating Shadow. So like, I'm really excited for that whole thing. What did you think of how that ended, and the fights and the whole kind of team up and that whole deal?
I'll be honest, I don't really remember it that much.
You don't remember that part that much? I mean, I feel like they do the ending part very fast. I mean, they have a big epic battle that's happening, and that's a large part of like the last quarter of the movie. But that last part where they decide to team up and then they show the little after credits clip and everything, that goes really fast. You're right.
I think the interaction between all three, you know, Knuckles, Sonic, and Tails at the end, I think it's like, honestly, it was probably one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just so much fun to see.
I love character progression.
Yeah, for sure. And these guys, I feel like, aren't dropping the ball as far as the second one goes. It wasn't as good as the first one to me, but I
that's
feel
always
like
how sequels go.
Yeah, but I feel like they definitely won't drop the ball potentially on the third one. They didn't seem to stray too far away at this point. I feel like they still have a good solid thing going for their characters, and
well, now
they're
that
really
the
cool.
sister's not getting married to Dude Guy.
Or maybe he is getting married to her.
I don't know.
I don't know either. But either way, with that being said, I give it a 7 out of 10. She gives it a
8.5.
8.5 out of 10. And yeah, so Sonic 2, definitely check that one out. We highly recommend it. ZukaTube out.
Bye.
Put you on the spot. I tricked you on that one. You didn't know how we were going to do the outro. All right. Peace.
Not gonna get your tracks up. Homie, can I steal some? Homie, you can't stack up. My brother, can you shout me? You're barking up the wrong tree. My dog, why do you doubt me? Cause you can't do shit without me.
Real at the radio and never play it, but that's cool. The enemy's supposed to hate it.